guys, welcome to my channel. I am going to attempt to start vlogging. I'm not sure how often I'll be able to do it. I like to try to do a little something every day, but I work a full-time job. I have 2 kids, I have a husband, so I'm not sure how often I will be able to. But I thought I would start off with this video, just kind of a few facts about me. I wrote down 25. I don't know if I'll do all 25. We'll see. First, number 1, my name is Christy Renfro. I'm 44. I'm married. Well, it'll be 24 years this October. I've got 3 kids. My first child was a son. His name was Hunter. When he was 5 months old, he was killed in a car accident. He would have been 21 this past January. I have a daughter, Bailey. She's 19. She just finished her first year of college. And I have a son, Colton. He's about to be 13 in August. He is going into the 8th grade. I also have 3 dogs. I have a Chihuahua named Gunner, a Chorky named Dexter, and we have a big dog. Her name's Ridley. We're not sure what she is. She's a little bit of a mix of, she looks like she's got lab, maybe a little mastiff in her, and maybe a little pit. Not sure. Number 2, where I work. I am the general manager of the Mosquito Authority in Memphis. I've worked here 4 years. This is my 5th season. I absolutely love my job. I have 11 employees underneath me, including my daughter Bailey. Basically, we treat yards and kill mosquitoes. And yes, it does work. I myself had never even heard of this until I got this job, and as part of the perks, I get my yard treated, and yeah, there are no mosquitoes once you get your yard treated. It's fabulous. I have 5 tattoos. I have 1 for each of my kids. I have 1 for my husband, and then I have 1, which is another of my facts in here. I am a huge shark lover. I love sharks, all things sharks, everything. Great whites are my particular favorite. So one of my tattoos is a tribal great white. It's awesome. I have 3 piercings. I've got 2 just in my earlobe. The first one I got when I was 5. The second one I got when I was 10. And then about a year and a half ago, I got a daith piercing. I suffer from migraines, and I got to tell you, if you've been wondering if it works, it does. It's not a cure. It's not going to get rid of your migraines completely, but it has lessened the frequency of my migraines, and it has, when I do get a migraine, it has lessened the intensity of it. So I highly, highly recommend it. I will tell you this though, the piercing itself, it hurts. That is real thick cartilage in there, and yeah, you actually hear crunching when they pierce it, but once it all heals and everything, it does work. Actually, if I start to get a bad headache, if I start playing with it, sometimes that'll help run interference. I have ADHD. My son Colton has severe ADHD. I also suffer from anxiety and depression on occasion. Number 6, guns. I'm a huge gun fanatic. My husband and I both are. I have a carry permit. I do carry. I don't carry everywhere. It's not like the Old West or anything. But I do carry one to work every day, and if I am going into a particularly bad part of town, I generally carry. My husband and I have a ton of guns, but personally, myself, I have 3 Smith and Wessons. I have a M&P 9mm. I have a Shield 9mm, and I've got a revolver 357 that is my absolute favorite. I love it. I am very much an introvert. I'm very shy. Actually, several of my friends told me, later that they thought I was a snob when they first met me, which I get it. I don't talk. I'm not a talker. This is probably the most I've talked all day today, as a matter of fact. I am a planner addict. I love all things planner. I love stickers. I love Erin Condren, Kate Spade. I just love it all. I'm a shark addict. I like all things shark. My favorite shark movie, obviously, is Jaws. Can't really tell, but over here is a movie poster for Jaws, and above it is a stuffed animal kind of shark head that's mounted. I have a scar on the back of my right hand. It's kind of big if you can't tell. I got that when I was about 18 months old. I had gotten salmonella, and I had gotten a severe case of it. I had high fever. I had such a high fever that I was having seizures, and it was awful. I mean, I don't remember it, but I've heard the stories, and my mom was a very young mom. I can't imagine what she went through. Anyway, I ended up in the hospital. They put an IV in because I had gotten so dehydrated, and they were giving me antibiotics, and the IV came out of the vein, and the medicine was just pumping in my hand, and it kind of killed all of the tissue there. So I had to have a skin graft, and so now I've got a scar. Had it since I was 18 months old. And I actually don't have any nerve feeling in it. It's kind of weird. TV shows. I don't really watch any series. Well, I watched one series, The Walking Dead. Other than that, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years ago, I had gotten so far behind on all of my shows. I had like 50 hours of TV shows on my DVR, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am never going to get to all of that. So I just kind of gave it up, and I'm glad I did. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch movies, Netflix, Vudu. So, and that's fine for me. I'm a Republican and a Trump fan. Back in the end of October, beginning of November, when there was early voting, I went viral and had my little 15 minutes of fame, which is not all it is cracked up to be. I had worn a memorial shirt, a Benghazi memorial shirt, to memorialize the 4 men that died over in Benghazi. And they kicked me out to vote. They would not let me vote until I changed my shirt or covered it. The law is you cannot wear a campaign shirt. It was not a campaign shirt. So the actual the company that I had gotten the shirt from was 9 Line Apparel, and my husband had sent in what had happened, and they were appalled as well. I ended up getting interviewed on the local TV station, and through 9 Line, they hooked me up with Graham Allen, the Daily Rants guy. He's on Facebook. You guys, he's awesome. He says all of the things that you wish you could say and get away with it. Anyway, he does daily rants about things that bother him or annoy him or just things in general. And he did a daily rant on me. It was kind of cool. Before he did the rant, we had communicated just through email and messaging. But 2 weeks ago, he was over in Arkansas, and I was able to take the day off and go meet him, and it was such a privilege, and he is a genuinely nice man, and it was really cool. I have 3 siblings. I have a younger sister who is a teacher. I have an older sister who's a nurse, and I have a brother who he actually just retired. He has been diagnosed about a year and a half ago, maybe a little more, with ALS, and so he can't work anymore. My daughter marched in the Macy's parade in 2015, and I was a chaperone on the trip. Her marching band, high school marching band, she was in the color guard. She didn't play an instrument. They won a spot in the Macy's parade, and we got to go. And I was a chaperone, and I had never been to New York. It was absolutely fabulous. I cannot wait to go back. Neither can my daughter. It was so fun. We had such a great time. It was about 230 kids and about 37 chaperones, and not one problem. These are the best, well-behaved kids. My son, actually, he's in the junior high band, and he'll be going into the same high school band, and I couldn't be more proud. He plays drums, percussion. My favorite color is pink. The color I hate the most is orange, like orange, like pumpkin Halloween kind of orange. I hate orange. My favorite food is chocolate. I love coffee. I don't know if I would be a coffee addict. My husband called me a coffee snob, which is probably a little more accurate because I don't drink like coffee all day long. I have to have my one coffee in the morning, and that's usually it. But I'm very particular. I either have to have my Keurig donut shop coffee, and I have a little bit of coffee with my creamer, French vanilla, and I have that on the weekends or any days I don't work. When I do work, I always stop at a convenience store that has the community coffee and get a French vanilla cappuccino, just a small one. And that's really the only coffee I have during the day is that one cup. Sometimes in the wintertime I'll have one in the afternoon, but usually just the one. But I am particular about what I have. I am a huge reader. I have a ton of books. My husband actually threatens to burn them all the time because they take over. I also, I have a lot of audiobooks on CD, and they are pretty much the same copies of the paperback books I have. I have an hour commute to work and an hour home, which I love my commute. Being an introvert and being the kind of person I like my alone time every now and then, that is the perfect time for me, and I listen to audiobooks, and I love it. I have a love-hate relationship with cooking. I love to cook. I love to cook different kind of things. I don't know if different's the right word. Not just the basics. A little step up from the basics. However, I hate to clean up after cooking, so a lot of times I just don't cook. We eat out a lot, which my husband hates, but sorry, babe. We have been on 8 cruises, I think. 8, maybe 9, but I think it's 8. And in November, over Thanksgiving break, we'll be going on our 9th or 10th. It's going to be my parents and all of my siblings and siblings and their spouses and kids. We're all going to have one kind of last big, great family get together with my brother. And 25, I am about to buy my midlife crisis car. My husband laughs at me because it's my midlife crisis car, not so much his. We're looking at getting a Mustang GT. He's always wanted a Mustang, but I've kind of gotten him to the point where, our kids are, we've got one she's moving out in August, and another one who's in junior high about to go into high school, and quite frankly, we don't need a family car anymore, so it's time to get our dream car. So that's about it. That's about all I could come up with for now. I've written down, I've made a list of a couple of other videos that I'd like to make here in the near future. So hopefully I can get to those in the next week or so. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Bye.